Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the SilentPunt Podcast with your hosts, Travis and Henny. Travis is again somewhere in parts unknown, and our friend Jason is joining us this week. How are we doing, Jason?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, man. How are you?
I'm fantabulous. We're going to get right into it. Sticker this week goes to Colleen Hoover. Do you know who that broad is?
I do. My wife reads a lot of Colleen Hoover books. I don't know if they're like smutty books or if they're just, I don't know what kind of books they are.
I don't think they're smutty. And also, I should say to our female listeners, I said the B word on purpose. I do that to our teenage daughter, and it pisses her off, and it makes me laugh. So it wasn't being disrespectful. Sorry. Yeah, I think they're girly books. I don't think they're smutty. I asked the question because we went to the movies twice in the last week to see a Colleen Hoover adaptation on the movie screen.
And it was good?
It was serviceable. Yeah, we went as a family maybe a week or so ago, and both my wife and daughter had watched or read the book. We went to the movies together. They liked it. And then Ava asked to go see it again. And anytime, your child asks you to do anything, it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I'll do it. I'll eat some popcorn. It'd be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I had a big trough and a half of popcorn. Apparently, she's written a shit ton of books, though.
Yeah, a ton of them. Like, I feel like we have a bookshelf. I feel like there's one whole bookshelf of Colleen Hoover. I've never read a page of any of it, so I have no opinion on that.
No, nor have I.
I'm not going to either, but maybe I'll see the movie if the girls want to go.
Yeah, you should encourage it because it's entertaining. It's not terrible. I was thinking about that today. Does Michelle, your wife, does she read books on the Libby, the library app at all?
She does, yeah.
I didn't think of that until today. Kim reads almost exclusively from that. And I know, like, this Colleen Hoover lady is probably not hurting for sales because her movies or her books are being turned into movies, but I wonder how much, or if at all, they're getting any money from people checking out things from the library.
I bet it's like streaming, right? Like streaming music where
they get like 5 cents on the
something,
thing.
But they're like, who really cares about this?
But streamers are like Spotify, Apple, they're all making money. Like your local library is not, I wouldn't think, making enough money to pay Colleen Hoover even a penny per.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, right. Maybe they get nothing out of that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I would love for my book to be in a library at some point in my life, but also
getting some financial recognition would be good.
How about a little something for the trouble,
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, you got the gasser this week.
I got the gasser. Gasser is my Wisconsin Badgers football fans, so they stormed the field on Saturday, and I have all kinds of issues with this. The first one is they beat a team who's not really that great, so they played Washington. Washington was 6-2 coming in, I think, maybe 5-2. Their best win was Illinois, and they're still like a fringe top 25 team. So not storm the field worthy. Number two, they have never played Washington in like our kids' lifetimes. The last time they played Washington?
I didn't know they ever had.
1992. So it's not like a rivalry game. And the last time before that was like in the 60s. So like, again, why are you storming the field? And then we won just for the third time this year. So they're now 3-6. So I say, big freaking deal. You should have clapped and then went home and not stormed the field. So that's my gasser.
The best argument I read today in defense of the storming was, well, maybe they stormed it out of sarcasm.
That could be. They have been chanting to fire the coach like every game all year, so
yeah,
they seemed really excited though. I don't think it was sarcasm. Like
they were happy.
Yeah, they didn't go down there and then just like sit and be like, they were going nuts. So whatever, I'll take a win, but it was kind of embarrassing as a Wisconsin football fan. Like the
whole season has been embarrassing as a Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, so was last season too. So
I will add, I give people in the Midwest shit about the Big Ten and the SEC, one of the things they say is it just means more in the SEC.
Yeah.
You get what you say.
It's a stupid saying. I hate
It is
that.
totally
It just
stupid.
means more.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's accurate, though. You can get, like, fined in the SEC for storming the field.
It's funny. My mom called me and asked me that question today. That was the only thing she called me for. It was like, "Hey, is Wisconsin going to get fined?" And I'm like, "For what?" She's like, "For storming the field." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if the Big Ten has that rule or not. I don't think that they do, but I'm not sure."
Yeah, I Googled it, and I could not find anything. We should fill people in that your mother lives in Nashville now, and
Yeah.
Vandy, I would
Oh,
imagine sometime in the last couple of years must have done that because they've had some huge victories.
they did that, and they took the goalposts all the way
Oh,
from the
that's
stadium.
right.
Remember that? And they
Like to
like,
the river or something,
yeah,
right?
they went down Broadway where like all the bars and stuff are in Nashville, went to the river and threw the goalposts in the river.
That's
That is an
fantastic.
awesome storm the field celebration. Like,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys did it right. We celebrated beating a mediocre team. And
Vandy's got a few more demons to exercise, though. It's been a long time.
yeah, and that I can understand because they beat like Alabama or something.
It was
Like
a
it was a
big one. Yeah.
big, or like a legit big win for anybody, and more so for them probably. But
Okay, I'm going to bring this up and then I'll move on. Do you know, I think it's Texas Tech, but I'm not positive. There is some team down south that throws tortillas on the field.
I don't know.
Yes. So
Like,
that's the thing. And like storming the field, their conference told them before the season, hey, you're going to get fined if you continue to do this. And their AD was like, fine, we'll whatever, fine us. We'll pay the thing. And then they became, like, I think it's Texas Tech, but I'm not positive. They've had it done a lot. And I think either got a flag or something. And then the AD came out the following week and was like, yeah, let's stop doing that
yeah,
after egging them on.
right. We're only going to pay so many times. We didn't really expect all this
Right.
success.
Our pockets are only so deep.
Right.
Okay, topic one. YouTube TV, Disney, and ESPN. I have not been able to watch ESPN football at least for a couple weeks. Do you have YouTube TV? How do you watch TV?
I don't. We have the other side of this lawsuit or whatever they're doing, negotiation. We have Hulu Live. So you get Hulu, ESPN Plus, and something else. Oh, a Disney Channel or Disney app.
What? So that's that side of it. Does Google have any programming? Like if they got in a fight that you would lose having
I don't,
Hulu?
I don't think so, right? They just bought YouTube and thus YouTube TV.
Right.
Yeah,
I think I might have to switch teams.
you might need to. Maybe I should
Um,
just give you my ESPN Plus login and you can just watch everything on there.
We've had some
Green.
problems with that in our family and people logging in. Well, because I don't know about you guys, but you only get X amount of screens.
You do. But I never use ESPN Plus, like ever, because I'm not locked out of ESPN. I can just watch it.
Watch
So,
the real stuff. Yeah.
yeah, right. I don't need to go into ESPN Plus. But
I finally got an email today from YouTube saying, we're really sorry about this. We're still working on it. But you're going to have a $20 credit on this month's bill. And then it said, in order to get this credit, here are the things you need to log in and do. And I'm reading it and I'm like, what the flip? Like, take it
why
off
would,
my bill.
right, just hit a negative 20 on my bill, and that should be as simple as that, right?
On everybody's bill, right? Like,
What do they want you to do?
you have to log in and apply the credit to your account.
Oh,
And I'm sure the egghead people that work for them realized, well, 67% of the people will do this. And
right.
so if 33% of the people don't do this, that means we're going to get $11 million. Like, just do the right thing.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
We already brought up topic 2, Wisconsin, NIL, name, image, and likeness. I've gotten in some fights with Wisconsin people recently, and I promise we'll
Oh,
move on after this. But um, are you aware of like what any of the top So this, what got me thinking about this is I actually watched the Badger game this weekend, and they played hard. They played well. They weren't giving up. They were decent in the trenches. They don't have a quarterback.
No.
Now I know they've had some problems with injuries and stuff like that, but you know, as a head coach, you were tied to your quarterback and whether he's any good or not. And so I started Googling, like, how much are some of these top rated guys making? Do you know how much some of these college kids are making at that
I don't.
position?
I don't know at quarterback. I know there's a defensive end at Texas Tech, I think, that's making $3 million this year. There was a ESPN article yesterday, and like their D line, it said is $7 million for the year, and this D end is three.
Yeah, they're.
Thing.
We already talked about Texas Tech, but they apparently have a couple of oil boys that are just like fully in on the program. But the top ranked guys at quarterback are making like 3 million. Michigan has a true freshman that signed a $12 million deal. I would imagine that's over 4 years, but 3 million per. The Portnoy guy, Tom Brady, and an Oracle billionaire all signed off on that kid's
Oh,
deal.
really? Wow.
Yeah. And so that's kind of my argument with the Wisconsin people is like, well, you could pay for that if you wanted to, like
Yeah.
not Wisconsin, but like
Right.
alums from there. Because if you put a top level quarterback on the Badger football team right now, they'd be fine. Like they could not do anything passing the football against a really, like you said, above average football team this weekend.
Yeah.
So you're an alum, you're from the state, defend these bastards.
Hey, when the punter leads your team in passing in his one throw for 24 yards, that's and you won though. So, I mean, come on. Yeah, I don't understand why anyone would. What is the ROI like for me, right? If I'm like, I'm gonna go give whatever X grand to some. He could be a great kid. Let's say he's a wonderful kid, right? And you're like, awesome. I still don't get. What do I get out of that? Like, I can understand when it's businesses. You're going to have a big deal with Adidas or Nike or whatever, right? And they're going to pay the kid via the school or something. That makes sense because you're getting something back out of it. But all these people that are just, maybe they just have shit tons of money and literally just don't care. They're like these oil guys of like, yeah, I'm worth billions of dollars. So I
I think it's
give
both.
10 million to the school every year.
Like they have shit tons of money and they do care. Like, yeah, I can throw this kid 1 million or 2 million, and then when they're really good and he's top notch, I can like take ownership and responsibility for that. But for the average normal person to give $1,000 or $5,000 or $50,000 or $100,000, yeah, it's like, where is that money going? And also, that part of the problem with all this stuff now is, yeah, you give that money, like the kid at Michigan, for instance, all of a sudden he's not playing well, and Dave Portnoy is on the phone with Jerome Moore, the head
Right.
coach at Michigan, and you got to deal with that bull crap. I mean, that's why it sounds terrible to be a coach right now at
Oh,
that level.
yeah, it would be terrible. And all these guys that are like good coaches are getting fired, not because they forgot how to coach football, right? They've got 14 different people in their ear telling them, hey, you guys got to win now, and if you don't, you're out. And I get it's always about wins and losses, right? But like, it just seems extreme. You look at all these top-notch programs that have fired their coaches, and
Yeah,
I think it's
everybody
all
wants
because
to
of
be.
this circle of influence has gone from this big to this big, and if you want the money, that's what you do.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck because you have to take it, but then having
Right.
to take it, you have to listen to those people. What you need is a buffer, like someone that's strong enough as an athletic director or a president that's just going to keep you separated from that. And I don't know that they're. I mean, Iowa is a great example of somebody that's just continued to do their thing and not lived in that world. And but their fan base has had a reasonable amount of patience with Kirk Ferentz. Like, they ran his son out of town.
Yeah.
But they also know we're Iowa. Like, if we're going to win 7, 8, 9, 10 games a year, that's okay.
Just be competitive and it's fine. Yeah. I mean, eventually, I think that's what Wisconsin will get back to, because I don't see them getting the donors to play with Ohio State and Michigan and
The big boys.
yeah, or BYU. BYU has a ridiculous amount of money from the church, I think.
Well, and I've heard some of that stuff with basketball as well, that they're paying a shit ton of money for basketball. Okay, enough with football. Topic 3, male mani-pedis. Have you ever had one?
I have had one manicure in my life right before my wedding. So I don't even remember why. Oh, I do remember why. So the best man in my wedding, his sister ran a nail shop. I don't even know what you call them. Beauticians, maybe? I don't know what the right...
I don't even know. Yeah.
The nail lady, whatever. So a few days before that, she was like, hey, you're going to have pictures of your hands and stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine. And she's like, well, look at them. They look like shit. And I was like, well, I don't think I can change my hands. She's like, no, you just need a manicure. So she gave me a manicure. My hands looked all girly for my wedding pictures, and that was it. I've never had another one. And never anything on my feet. No pedicure.
So it was a friend that gave you the manicure?
Yeah, I just went to her house, put my hand in some little soapy bath thing, and she did whatever. I mean, they did look better. I'm looking at them now, like, that's been 20 plus years, so.
They look like more shit. Probably.
Yeah, but I don't care. They look fine. They're not like gnarly, like they're clean. They just.
Well, that's what makes me ask it. Two things. The first, I don't think I've ever had a manicure. I had a pedicure before our either wedding or honeymoon. Kim convinced me to do it, and it just felt really weird. We went to like one of those normal places, and I got my feet down there, and I'm next to her, and it's two Asian ladies doing our feet, talking to each other in another language, and it just felt very like, oh, you're a peon. Mess with my feet. Like,
yeah.
It did not feel.
I think you got the traditional like pedicure experience, right? Like, it's like the stereotype of like,
right.
They don't really speak English. They're always from Asia somewhere, right?
Yet it was uncomfortable. I didn't like that. And I'm not one of those people. Some people don't like people messing with their feet or their toes or whatever. That is not the case with me. Anyway, for some reason, I think it had something to do with my golf shoes this summer, but both of my pinky toes right now are just flippin' gross. They look like an 80-year-old man's yellow, gnarly. And I said to Kim, I'm like, I need to do something. Like, this makes me feel bad. I feel like a gross person looking at these things. And she's like, well, maybe you should have a pedicure. I'm like, ugh. I don't know.
I mean, if they look that bad, I obviously haven't seen your pinky toes, but you might want to,
Yeah, and
like
they're
you got like fungus or something. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know why. Like, why do they change color? Why is it now like crusty and sharp? Like, I still cut my toenails. They're just gross.
Yeah, and the other ones are fine though. It hasn't like it hasn't spread.
Yeah, that's why I thought it had something to do with like my shoes or something. Like
the
sides of them squishing them in or something. I don't know.
I don't know. All
right. Another very manly topic. Topic 4, our last one: vegan food.
Oh, vegan food. Where do you want to go with this?
What do you think of vegan food? What's your experience with vegan food?
Yeah. So I guess, as you know, my wife is a forced vegan. And I always like to tell people she's a forced vegan because it's like less judgy than, because normally it's like,
just choosing.
Oh, like she probably has no friends, right? Because like, who the fuck eats vegan food like on purpose? So she had stomach issues, ended up getting her gallbladder out, and then basically became lactose intolerant, and she can handle like super small amounts of meat. So we eat vegan fairly often. Our son hates that. So usually there's like some sort of meat on the side, right? Like the main is the vegan stuff, and then there's like chicken or steak or whatever on the side. So we've worked our way around it. Um, I don't know, man. Like there's no substitute for meat. Like you can have tofu, you can have tempeh.
What's the best vegan meal and or fake vegan meat that you've had?
I like tempeh the best for fake vegan meat. I don't think a lot of people do though. Um, and I think a lot of people don't like it because it's fermented, and I don't mind like pickles and fermented stuff. So there's a little bit of like fermenty taste to it, but the texture of it is more similar to like chicken. And none of that really tastes like anything. It's just whatever sauce you put in it to me. Like if it's tofu, it's more the texture that's weird.
Yeah.
But the taste is going to be the taste of whatever kind of sauce you put in it. Because plain ass tofu or tempeh, I mean,
No good.
horrendous. Like no, it's no good at all.
No. Can you have like Kim is gluten free because she has celiacs and she is similar. She had her gallbladder out, but I think she can tolerate more meat than Michelle can. Are there are there any pastas that are vegan?
Yeah, yeah. Most pasta's fine.
Both pastas.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So she eats just a lot of beans. Yeah, a lot of pasta, rice. Like I said, it's more the sauce. So like a lot of Indian food, Thai food,
Is
that
vegan.
usually you can do that vegan and do it pretty well because the sauce kind of overpowers everything. Now, if you don't like curry, then that doesn't help. Um, so yeah,
No curry.
it's not great. I would much rather just have a burger, you know? But
I've had tempeh before. Again, it's the texture. Same with tofu. The if we get baked tofu, I never knew there was a difference between like normal tofu and
oh yeah,
baked tofu, and then air fry it, and then like you said, put a shit ton of other stuff on it.
yeah,
Then it's like chicken. Yeah, but you
yeah,
have to do all that other stuff.
yeah, yeah. You got to do way more stuff to make it like tolerable. Because you guys try to do vegan like once a week ish, or like how often do you do vegan
More of it.
stuff?
Kim's only having like real meat maybe a couple times a week.
Okay. And I guess it doesn't have to be vegan, right? You can just be, you can put dairy in it. Like we got
Yeah,
to
we
use
don't
like
have to
fake
skip
dairy too.
that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is another pain in the ass.
yeah, that sounds more painful than gluten and veganism is the dairy part. Dairy
Yeah,
seems to be in everything.
yeah, it is. I think like when we eat at home, it's not that bad. Like there's certain things, sour creams and cheeses that you can find. It used to be terrible, but some of them are pretty good. And like I don't even know the difference anymore. I would if I had the real stuff, I'm sure. But
Like ranch
so that's
dressing.
all. Like ranch dressing. Yeah.
Tell the people
Dude,
your ranch dressing story, Jaso.
all right, so Henny and I and who else was with us? Oh, Landon, my son was with, right? It was
I
just
think
the
so.
three of us and Brian maybe. Doesn't matter. There's a group of us. We did this golf simulator right next door to this place. They have a little bar. They have some good wings. We go over there. We get a beer, order some wings, and they come out with this ranch dressing. And I haven't had real ranch dressing in years probably. So I take a bite of it. Another one, I'm like, man, this is really good. So I go to Eddie, I'm like, what do you think this is? They like make their own ranch dressing. And he's like, you think they make their own fucking ranch dressing at this bar? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably just like Hidden Valley or something. He's like, yeah, it's just some bottle that they have. So when you don't have the real thing and then you get the real thing, it's pretty amazing.
And I've tried some of the fake ranches, and it's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross. Again, you got to put in other stuff. Like you can do buffalo chicken dip with that fake like ranch, but you put in enough buffalo that it
Right.
tastes the same, or it's just a little bit spicier than usual, or whatever, right? So you can make it work, but that's why when people say they're vegan like by choice, it blows my mind. You must really love animals, like an unnatural love of animals to avoid all animal products when you eat.
That's a whole other podcast, but like plants are living things that communicate to each other, and like I understand like you can't look a plant in the eye, and plant's not a dog, it's not gonna lick your face,
Right.
but they live on the planet just like everybody or everything else, and yeah,
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah. The food I like to eat eats those plants.
Right.
And I like plants. I just don't want to exclusively eat plants.
No, it's
You know,
very hard to also get your protein. I would imagine that
it is.
um, the some I would guess maybe like those fake meat substitutes. Is that where you guys get most of your protein if you're eating a vegan meal, or other things?
Well, I still have like lunch not at home, so I'm good on the meat side. But
Get your meat.
yeah,
But where does like Michelle get most of her protein
yeah.
from?
So
Beans.
lots of beans and protein powder. That's kind of so she'll have like a shake in the morning, and then but she did have to start tracking it because like if you're low on protein, like your energy levels are down. Like it's not good.
She could
And I think
notice it.
Yeah, and I think people need more protein than you think you need too. Like you need a lot to,
Right.
especially if you're active. Um, so yeah, mostly protein powder, beans, some of that other stuff, like tempeh and a few other things have a lot of protein in it as well.
And
But
getting a lot, like you can eat an 8-ounce steak, and to get the equivalent of beans, you'd probably have to eat like 3 cans of beans or something. Like you have to
oh,
have
dude,
more.
it's nuts. Even like some of these vegan cookbooks, you make a skillet, right? So think of like a normal size skillet, and then it'll say servings 2. So like
Oh my
if that
gosh.
was if that was meat and just a normal thing you would have that's not vegan, there's at least 4 in a
Right.
big skillet like that, right? So just 2. And I'm like, there's no way I'm eating half of this
You
skillet.
can't
But
eat all.
that
Right.
right, but that's what you need to get enough calories and protein and whatever else. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Some of these things that she makes, I'm like, that's a ton of food. Like,
Right.
and the boy's not gonna eat any of it, so it's gonna be me.
There's a lot of it left over.
Yeah.
Um, all right, before we wrap up, I'm going to the Packers game tomorrow night. Birds
Oh,
Packers.
yeah. Go
Last
pack.
Packers game I went to was with you.
Oh, nice.
It was
That was a good game.
nighttime. What's that?
That was a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
Cold as shit.
Yeah, it was cold.
And the Packer Stadium's old, so when it's cold and you're all in jackets, you're just like up next to each other.
Yeah.
Um, anything's in Green Bay more than I do. Anything's in Green Bay we should make a point of doing. We're gonna get up there fairly early.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
That whole, I think even since we went, which has been a couple of years, that
a
whole
couple of years. Yeah.
Titletown area has grown a ton. Like they got a brewery in there, might be a little distillery as well. There's a ton of cool little places in that Titletown, which is like right next to the stadium. So I think basically the Packers bought up all that land. Like there used to be a bunch of shit, Kmart and things nobody really went to, but they like bought up all that and converted it. So that whole area, I would just go there and check it out. And if that's super busy, the Kohler Hotel, just right across the street,
Hmm.
they've got a place up, not on the roof, but the top floor. And there's a bar there that's pretty nice, decent food. I checked those out.
And will anybody kick my ass in my Eagles gear?
Probably not. No, I mean, you'll probably get heckled a little bit. Like they always say how nice Packers fans are. I think that's true, but like, it's not like they like hug you and, oh, I'm so glad you made the trip, right? Like, they're not going to try
It's
to whoop
certain.
your ass, but
Right.
I don't know that they're going to be ultra like friendly.
I did get. I went grocery shopping today, and I had an Eagles sweatshirt on. And the guy checking out, like on the other side, all of a sudden I felt him staring at me, and then we locked eyes. He's like, "Yeah, I don't like that sweatshirt." I'm like, "Well, sucks for you. What do you want me to say?" Like, he's like,
Yeah,
"Ah, just kidding." He was nice after that.
there you go. There's the Midwest nice, right? Like,
Right.
yeah,
Whereas if
that's what
the
you
roles were reversed, he probably would have followed me into the parking lot and heckled
need.
me. And yeah,
Right, right, yeah. Well, yeah, man, have a good time. It's going to be really cold, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't ask the guy that's bringing me. I'm assuming we're outside, but there are some inside seats. That I've only been to 2 Packers games, and one was with you, and the other one we happen to be inside. So I'm guessing we're outside, but we shall see.
The inside's nice. I only did that once, but the whole experience is just different because it's enclosed. Like they don't even open the windows or anything,
Right.
So it's a little bit like watching it on TV, but worse because your
I
view is
agree.
from way up top, right? So
Right.
that was kind of strange. But if it's really cold, I'd rather be in there. And they have free drinks usually, so
Free drinks and free food are
that's a W. Yeah.
tops most things.
Yeah.
All right. If you're watching on any of the 27 platforms that this flipping thing is on, rate us, review us, tell us how good Jason did so we can fire that a-hole Travis and move on from there. All right. We're taking anything to add for the cause?
No, sir. Taking a knee.